Literally picking up the phone one day and saying, look, I'd like to go to these auditions.
Yeah, James, I read in an interview somehow, I think 5 years ago, that you had ambitions to hit Broadway.
Yeah, I mean, it's always been on the back burner. I mean, eventually it is something that I want to do. I'd like to at least experience doing a theatrical play of that type, in that environment or setting. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that I think I need to do and at least experience, yeah, as a vocalist. And it's another angle, it's another growth. I think I would only grow immensely as far as a vocalist and an understanding of another type of expression or musical expression.
But is anything concrete happened? Because you said in the interview 5 years ago that you maybe within 5 years, so that would be now.
Yeah, you see, and that's the way it goes, right? Because it's like that, it's gone, and then you're. No, I mean, it's always there. I've made connections, and I think it's a matter of literally picking up the phone one day and saying, look, I'd like to go to these auditions, whether it be Les Miserables or whatever play happens to be, there that I think would be perfect for my kind of voice. I think it's just a matter of me seeing where I have that window. Mm-hmm. I need the correct amount of time to be able to, dedicate myself to this properly. And it's not something where I can say, oh, I've got 2 months off, I'm going to go and do this play, because it's generally not the way that they work. It's at least, 3, 6 month, a 1 year commitment that they want from you. So the window of opportunity as far as time allowance has to present itself first, allowing me to even indulge myself,
Do you think do you ever see it happen while still being in Dream Theater, or is that something?
Yeah, I think so. I think that it'll be something that, maybe Dream Theater at some point might say, let's take a hiatus for a year or 2 years. Well, when that comes around, then that's my opportunity to jump on board and do something like that.
Is it something that maybe, not that you already try to perceive a little bit within Dream Theater that you learn, or to put more theatrical approach into your?
Well, I mean, Dream Theater's music is expressive in every sense of the word. I mean, it's like, at some point I'm singing a heavy metal tune. At one point I'm singing a progressive tune. I'm singing a pop tune. I'm singing a classically based tune, a classical based tune. So to me, I've already been in a situation that the diversity for a vocalist has already been evidently so. And so it has allowed me to probably grow more in a direction where I would be more, capable of falling into, or at least putting myself into, a theatrical environment and acclimating myself quite easily.
What is for you, I'm not saying that you're old or anything, but within, throughout the years that you learn to use your voice in a different way, or do you notice a certain change that you can do things now maybe that you could not do 20 years ago, or things that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, the longer that you use your voice and the longer that you're in this business, there are tricks, there are ways that you can manipulate the voice and learn how to use the voice so that it endures, especially when you're on the road. I mean, you're singing every night, anywhere from 1.5 hours to 3 hours a night, so you have to be prepared. You have to be physically capable, and throughout the years you learn what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And I think the fact too is that, I remember reading from Luciano Pavarotti. He said you can never stop learning about the voice. Mm-hmm. You can never. And he said it's something that if any singer is serious about, keep immersing yourself in an environment that helps you to cultivate it and to grow immensely as a singer. And in the last year I started studying with a guy by the name of Jamie Van Dera, and he showed me a lot of things that I never even really thought about. It was kind of maybe little tips here and there that I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense.